Hey everyone, Tech Steve here, and I'm pretty sure you guys are like me where you take security very seriously. Here in the studio, I have cameras mounted in different locations to protect myself, my family, and my assets for this YouTube channel that I built all over the years. So when Eufy Security reached out to me to show me something new, I actually want them to send it over and sponsor this video so I can show you guys what it's all about. Now there's some things that really stood out to me. First of all, this is 4K quality. It has solar panels, so if you mount them outside, you don't have to worry about having additional accessories. It also has a local storage system with a hub, and it has facial recognition where you can take pictures of your face and it can identify the different family members that are coming in versus a stranger. So on this video, I'm going to show you everything it comes with. I'm going to show you how to get everything set up and some samples. So sit back and relax and let's get started. All right, now we're gonna take a look at what comes in the box. We get the S380 homebase. We have the S330 EufyCams. We get some instruction books as well as some monitoring stickers to protect your house a little bit more. We get a power cord. We also get a USB-C cable, an Ethernet cable, and we get some mounts for the cameras themselves. Now taking a look at the S380 homebase, there's an indicator here on the front. There's a sync button, plus you can stop any alarms. There's two USBs, so you can charge your cameras anytime you like. And there's a Ethernet input, so you can hardwire the network. Down here is your power input. And one thing I want to show you guys is on the top of it, if you pull this off, there's a screw there that you can unscrew and install this hard drive. You just take out the one screw, put it on this tray, and then you're going to slide it back into place. Once it's there, take that screw and put it back in. The thing about this drive is that it will support up to 16 terabytes. So if you put that kind of storage in there, you'll never have to buy anything else again. So here we have the S330 EufyCam, and you can see that it is 4K. On top of it has a solar panel, but it does have a 13,400 milliamp battery built right in. On the front of it, it has a camera with all your sensors for picking up at nighttime, as well as microphones, and this has an aperture of 1.4, which is great in low light. On the bottom of it, there's a speaker, so you can have two-way conversations, and on the back of it, there's a USB charging port, a sync button for your home base, and there's a thread pattern, so you can take the provided mount and go ahead and screw it in just like that. To set it up is very easy, but the first thing I went and did is I plugged in both cameras to make sure that it was fully charged so the base can connect to them very easy. The second thing I did is I already wired in an Ethernet cable directly to my modem because wired networks is more secure, and you'll see a blue light flash on the front. Now we're going to use the application to configure everything so you can get everything set up and running very easily. Here's the application that's available on iOS or Android. Let's go ahead and open it up. And then we're going to start off by adding a device. First, we're going to set up the home base by pressing on the S380. Then we're going to choose the profile that I created. We're also going to make sure that the LAN's connected and your smart device is connected to the Wi-Fi that you want to put it on. Next, you give access to the camera, and then you want to go ahead and scan the QR code on the bottom of it. Once it finds it, it's going to start configuring the home base to be connected to your Wi-Fi so we can finish hooking up the cameras. The next thing you want to do is press the sync button on the back of it for about 2 seconds. Once we have it added, we can go ahead and press on next. And you can take a picture of faces of people in your home, and it's just so the camera system knows who you are. One thing you notice at the bottom is that it did find the hard drive, so we're just going to press on that and hit format at the bottom. So that gets it ready to go as far as our recording. And you can see at the top, it does show the available local storage. And to add your camera zone is very easy once the base is set up. You just hit the plus in the corner, then you want to go and press on the camera, and you want to make sure that the camera's no farther than 1 meter away, and then hit the sync button on the back. And after you press that, you can see that the pairing light is flashing on the front of it. Just go back to your application and hit next. Now the home base is discovering the cameras and connecting it to the base automatically. And once the camera is added to the base, you just need to give it a name. You can customize it at the bottom or do something like front door, hit next, and then we'll do the other camera so we can do some demos. Now I haven't figured out exactly where I'm going to mount these cameras at permanently, but I want to show you guys some examples of what it looks like in your normal mode as well as the night vision mode. This is what the camera looks like just with normal recording. I'm using the same lights in my studio. And you can see as I walk around, this is what it sounds like as I get farther away. And this is what it looks like as I get closer to it. What it looks like in a complete dark room, and it's because this camera has 6 infrared lights right there on the front of it to pick up movement even when it's completely dark. So this is what the camera looks like with the color mode turned on and the built-in spotlight. There's 2 LED sensors on the front that's blasting out this image right now so you can actually see me. And the great thing is, again, it doesn't require an external accessory. So overall, I thought the quality on it was very good. Now, you can't compare it to the camera that I'm filming on because it's a high-end professional camera, but I will tell you that the resolution on this allows you to zoom into the images up to 8 times. So if you have this outside, you'll be able to get those license plates. You also will be able to make out different people who don't need to be at your home or office. Now, if you want to mount this up, you can use the brackets included, but it does work on a standard tripod mount. The ideal mounting scenario would be mounted up high where no one can easily get to it. So you can mount it under eave at a home. You can put it up high, like by your front door. You can put it by a patio. You can even place it throughout your house in different positions, and you can put things over to hide these cameras. The last thing I want to show you guys is some of the different functions that you can use inside of the Eufy security application, so you can configure your home the way that you need it, from motion detection all the way up to saving your current footage directly to your phone. The first thing I will show you is the notification screen, and you can see some of them are labeled Steven because of my face, and some of them label someone. Here's a quick look at the main screen. You can see on top of it, it's going to show the cameras. At the bottom of it, it's going to show the main hub. If I hit the 3 lines in the corner, it'll give you a list of options like buying cloud storage, or you can go down to the bottom where it says settings. It also has smart detection, so it can detect where someone is a human, facial detection. Back on the main screen, you can see the battery life as well as Wi-Fi. And if you hit that little square on the screen, it'll load up all the video footage that's inside of your storage. If you choose one, you can play it, and at the bottom, you can see that it did locate a face, as well as you can download it, share, delete it, or make this one of your favorites. If you go back to the main screen and hit the 3 lines, you can snooze that camera or hit the gear. Under the gear, you get all your options like your motion detection. Under here, you can see there's all kind of check boxes that you can choose. If you go back to power management, you can optimize your battery, optimize your surveillance, as well as custom recording times. And you have a solar dashboard right here that lets you know whenever it's getting charged. You can switch to the battery to the external solar panel, and you can control the brightness as well as anti-theft protection as well, just by going into the setting and toggling it on. Under your video settings, you can choose automatic streaming, but there's a 4K option for all these. Under night vision, you can see that black and white night vision or color, or just turn off the infrared altogether. You also have privacy zones, so you can go in here and you can select different areas that you don't want to be recorded. Under audio settings, you can turn off the microphone, your audio recordings, as well as the speaker, and control the volume of the speaker. And you can customize what type of notifications that you want to receive. The last thing, under general, you can rename the device if you need to. You also have your LED status, as well as your storage. And there's also a built-in mounting guide, so it gives you an idea of how to mount the cameras to get the best configuration out of them. Now, one of the settings I really like, if you just press one of your cameras, it's going to load it up, as you can see right here, and there's a little bit of delay, but at the bottom, you can choose to start recording that, and it downloads right to your camera roll. The second thing you can do is you can save it, a picture of that camera, or you can speak to the microphone, you can control the speaker, as well as some other settings in here that you can take custom control of. Now, last thing I'm going to show you is the hub itself. So if you click on it, it'll show you all the cameras that are connected. If you hit the gear in the corner, you can go in here and do all adjustments, and you can remove it from your account. If you go back to the main screen, you have your face management, and this is where you can select all your family members and take pictures of them so the camera system can detect who they are. If you go back, you have AI empowerment, and this is going to allow the camera to detect if there's a person, their face, as well as cars driving by or even animals. At the bottom here, you have your storage management, and you can see on the top, you have your local storage like I showed you earlier in the video, as well as the external hard drive that I installed earlier on this video. Now, the last thing we have is the video archives, and if you need to, you can plug in a USB storage and you can back up all your files over to that. So I'm pretty excited about getting these all mounted up and start using them on a daily basis. And I can tap into the system anytime I like, and the batteries last so much longer than some of the other cameras on the market. If you want to learn more about this EufyCam 3, I'll leave all the links in the description below. I want to give a special thanks to Eufy for sponsoring this video, and I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!